on the B side as Ghosts are looking to pounce onto site with flashes and the paint shells to clear away forward, but a great counter fault line.
Cryo opportunity, but once again comes up empty, so Ghost can continue forward. And as Cryo will not be able to safely teleport back, it'll be numbers now, and some really good site control for Ghost. XSET looking primed to try to challenge this early, but with a lot of utility still existing for Ghost, it's going to be hard-pressed to really get this off the ground. Good first blood, though. That's going to be enough for Nismo to drop, and into a 4v4 we push. XSET waiting for the Boombot to maybe get its full life of information, and just an aggressive swing for Zekit. Takes down Koala, and just like that, now XSET are on towards the site. John, the only one to defend from B Tower. He's going to get pushed back. Opening trade comes through. Proto delaying, but you heard the spike get toggled. He's going to have to try to push forward for a check at some point, or maybe so you heard. Boombot will not scout. But the shoulder's just being a little bit too much shown in Nismo. Oh my goodness. Just collecting souls over through the backside of Dish. Koala will take the third one away from him, but Ghost easily make their way into A.
Yeah. Getting a rip through as XSET. Spike get collected here by Nismo any moment for the plant as he gets healed. Just Aaron and Cryo cells left, and Aaron has a shorty. Not really the retake weapon you'd like to have.
I can think of better ones.
All of them.
Good timing on the flash here from Brock. Good shot from Koala Noob over. Here comes the commitment, flashing forward at Nismo. Oh, the blast back play! That's enough for the showstopper to get earned. Ghosts still need to kind of work their way through this, though, because defensively, XSET have all four numbers that are here. The barrier orb is down. Paint shells will provide a little bit more of a buffer, and then the showstopper also just threads a needle and takes down BCJ as the spike gets planted. Second paint shells once again keeping XSET at arm's length.
That was so well done from Nismo. He has his Spectre, and he plays it perfectly by getting close range in B Tower. Great use of the satchel to get him up close and get that kill onto Cryo. Then showstopper for another. And pretty much ends it right then and there. XSET just have to save weapons here. Well done from Ghost to pull off their bonus.
Yeah. And possibly do it flawlessly as well. And very well may. F watch in the corner will get one, but there's really no reason for Ghost to not challenge this, as you're going to be able to afford into the next round. So these are important repurchases.
All from XSET's in place, so while they don't have the best weaponry, they have a little bit of something.
Aaron down low, really needed to go 1-for-1 here. Orbital strike behind the barrier orb. Oh, yeah. That'll work for a plant, at least. XSET still in a position, though, with one kill collected and a lot of other members dwindled on health to potentially still put this over. Problem about it is they're kind of one-dimensional in this retake attempt, and John is happy to take an extra step forward to make sure nobody comes through halls. Oh, wow. And that will be it. Just Nismo holding this angle. Oh, and he even takes the first. That 1-for-1 is perfectly acceptable if you're Nismo. Smokes to try to delay what is very much so the imminent hit over towards B. The barrier orb will block. Trademark connects, but largely Ghosts get what they came for. 1-for-1 trade and a spike plant.
Yeah, but at least it's even numbers for XSET on this retake, so there still is a way back for them. But again, Ghost reacted appropriately to the pressure that Nismo felt over towards Dish, no doubt about that. But that's a big catch there from Cryo, catching out Koala Noob. John Cutie, though, played up close, is doing his job to slow this thing down.
Oh, and just the utility to push this back. It allows Ghost a chance to kind of flex this post-plant setup. A BCJ able to get a 1-2 moment with Proto. John will also fall, so now it all falls onto Brock, and he's going to be tested, and that's fine. He's got Rolling Thunder. He's going to call this. There's enough time for him to kind of play with. He can wait until the spike gets toggled. No need to check. Zekit gets the kill, but there's not going to be enough time. That's going to secure the round. Wow, what a play that is for Brock.
Yeah, big multi
for towards a link. Amali could also be there to try to delay this. Gets the first, holds his ground.
I love this. That's what Cryo's known for. He doesn't burn his teleports or dashes quick. Everyone else would normally just get the kill and get out of there. He's so patient. He still hasn't used it.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, say it with a little more authority next time, Dusk. Cryo just takes 3 before ever even considering the rendezvous, and that will single-handedly likely win the round.
That's just something I noticed a lot last stage when I was watching film of XSET and just kind of watching Cryo, because he was kind of the hot new thing to watch last season, or one of them at least. You know, as he was the newest pickup, he was the one that was maybe the least well-known.
Purpose is kind of a bonus round for XSET in a way. Trying to get their economy established, but Koala Noob over through A Halls takes down BCJ before the barrier orb could fully conceal his position.
Yep.
Paint shells will force Koala Noob a bit further forward, but he's fine to take the angle as largely XSET isn't in a place to contest this.
Yeah, this is a big split coming in on the A side from Dish and through Halls right now. Aaron does have the smoke for cover for now, but that's about to be gone. This barrier orb's also about to get rinsed away. And I mean, Cryo's still way far off on flanking, and there's a trademark in front of him, but that's a big kill from Aaron.
Oh, and a second, plus one more, okay.
What?
Yeah, Aaron denies Nismo's kind of cheeky blast pack play that he had made in the last couple of rounds towards this A hit, and follows it up with a double behind that, which is remarkable for XSET.
Yeah, Aaron got away with so much.
Yeah.
I can't believe he got that much out of that. That's huge, because the thing was is that flank from Cryo was still a long ways off.
Yeah.
And they were looking like they were about to get boxed in on side. But Aaron somehow fins it. And again, props to a man making yet another agent pivot for this team.
For real.
Throughout all the different iterations of this squad. I mean, he is essentially the only OG left.
Yeah. Oh, the thing about it, too, like hearing the interview before the series started, is like, look, maybe the biggest categorization you can make of the whole interview was XSET saying, we feel like we're a little bit too slow to get full adjustments and adaptations to the meta. So those kind of role swaps are going to be important for it. Yeah. But with the quick rotation through ropes.
And that's the other thing. Yeah, like we talked about like how XSET forever the bridesmaid, right? Never the bride. Always just one series away from representing North America internationally. Obviously, Def being the Brit. But
naturally.
That means that, yeah, even if it doesn't work out, and some people might call that a curse, it does just mean that you're consistently right there, which means you don't have that much more to go to get across the finish line. Yeah. You just have to find those last couple of key adjustments and kind of just weather the storm.
Flash behind it. Nismo's completely hindered, and Def will even punish with the first blood elimination. 15 seconds on the clock. Ghost still making their way through B Tower. Cryo over the top through the sky smoke, looking to give a little bit of assistance to Def, who may not need it in any regard. And XSET will cleanly hold. What a set of reads that is.
Yeah, that was really well done from XSET, getting the most out of their...
Feel okay about it. Ah, but Zekin.
See you later.
Yeah.
On the aggression. This is the first time we've really seen XSET push this deep on this side of the map. And he takes out the biggest weapon Ghost had immediately.
Oh gosh, Cryo gets a shoulder or a finger or something, and Nismo still confirms the kill. BCJ off the slow orb, follows up, and then Zekin's aggression completely contains the play. Yeah, this is brilliant, and you've hit it on the head. The fact that this is the first time we'll see Zekin get aggressive from this angle. Brock an opportunity to maybe salvage a weapon, but at 5 HP, you have to feel like XSET will try to challenge this pickup.
Yeah, he's not getting the spike down. Not with 5 health. It's just not enough. Def already pushed here. Catches it on the... They have a good read on this. Again, that deeper barrier orb that BCJ keeps dropping is giving him a lot of flexibility. Yep.
Oh! And the trademark still connects. He's going to get one for free. This completely shuts the play down. Paint shells to further delay. And honestly, what looked to be just Al concussed and be just a counter of the showstopper, Zekin doesn't even get concussed during that.
No, that was beautiful. Quality gets detected here. He's going to have to rendezvous out. Zekin continues to hold a forward angle here. He's got support. Meanwhile, that barrier is finally broken at A Halls, so XSET still have to kind of pay mind to this A side of the map, but Ghosts are not giving up on this B attack, but there's still a stout defense ahead of them.
Oh, Zekin on just an off angle. Spams, looks to create separation by way of the blast pack, but it's not going to matter. Def will take his position. Trades back and forth. Cryo misses one. Hold on a second. You still have Orbital Strike here if you're Proto. He's going to call that in, and Koalanub's going to take that as an opportunity to move forward. So this Spike will be planted. Now. Absolutely it is. Cryo and BCJ are waiting for health before they challenge this 2v2.
Yeah, do they know about Koalanub playing this off angle up close? They're going to have to clear this together just to be able to get the space they need, as Cryo will lead the way, and he gets stamped out. BCJ's not there for the immediate trade, but he does win the 1v1, and he's going to be able to get the res. That's huge. They still have a shot at this now.
But where's Proto? After that orbital strike, you're kind of completely concealed. He's playing what is essentially just a stack up angles. Gets the first, no problem. Has the second in front of him, but BCJ. Orbs that are in play. The answer is initially no, but it does not fortify this time. XSET still opted to take this gunfight against all the SMGs, and Def is just responding to everything. But is there enough to fully take this home if you're XSET? Brock will salvage one weapon. Aaron is a 1v1, and
after being down 0-5. And look, a Cryo.
Oh, boy. You just feel the
Oh,
confidence
man.
really coming to life
Yes.
now for XSET.
That's a
Unbelievable.
good point. Yep. I mean, they are certainly finding their footing. And I mean, look at that. Zekken's already pushed all the way through Dish.
Oh, even the shot's not quite connecting for Ghost here, as Cryo was pretty much in no man's land.
Eliminated.
You want to play?
Wow.
What do you
What
want
a-
to say
what a
about
change
it,
of pace.
honestly? Yeah. Golly. So 2v5. Wallahnoob, I think a lot of people are looking at you. What can you do with this tour de force? Oh, and he's showed his head. What a set of shots that is from Second. Paint shells through. John's going to be absolutely torn to shreds by those. And yeah, that'll be the round. This will be 7 in a row for XSET, Dust.
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
Yep, down from 0-5 to leading into halftime. Now, the big question will be, how have they reshaped their attacking side? Because that was the big struggle last stage for them on this map. See, I mean, what?
I'm
Double
sorry.
stun and after good God, John Cutie.
No, dude.
Just getting absolutely pummeled, and he's still
Oh.
getting hit by reach utility.
It's going to be an early play for XSET. Fault line, peek. Sure, first pick is fine. Counter fault line out. Paint shells will delay, and Aaron is teeing off.
Ace, maybe?
Could be.
Nah, Nismo's kind of far off from letting them do it.
I mean, Aaron's hunting it down.
He's trying.
Oh, why not? And nothing further. Okay.
No.
Who is in trouble, but does barely slip away. And Brock, who's actually the furthest forward defender, is good for the opening on the second. Reads that 2 more members have slipped on through drop. And it's really on to the timing here if Cryo can find anything. He's behind a lot of the defense, but the problem is none of his teammates are finding any eliminations from the front.
Yeah, you can't really have much impact if his team is just all falling around him before he can ever get into position. He's found out immediately by a Proto, and so this bonus round from XSET will fall flat. Didn't really get any value out of the orbital strike other than some damage onto Nismo. And so that's
30
going to do
seconds
it.
left.
Yeah, sure will. Proto likely going to find Aaron first here in this corner. And will.
No.
So Mark actually does land, so now XSET are slowed. Proto on the barrier orb out of nowhere. I thought he would have had an angle, but instead doesn't commit to it. And we'll go to a 4v4 early. It's all spam through the sky smoke, whether it be utility or gunshots, either way. Paint shells deep. Could allow an opportunity. Yeah, they do actually follow up to take down Aaron as the res gets pulled for Ghost defensively. So it's a 5v3. Post plant looking a bit hindered. Cryo, big angle to hold, and actually through Canteen, he will get one and get away. Can time be the biggest ally again for XSET on this post plant hold? Zekken on one angle, Cryo on the other, but well, they don't quite hit. And now it's just down to Zekken, who's re-earned some paint shells, but knows that he's going to have to move quickly. John on the cross. He is good for the kill, and Ghost will take the important round to bring us.
Yeah, they're looking to push on the quality here for an orb, and there was a player playing bodyguard, but he wasn't keen enough, as Noob will find both. And so any threat that XSET looked to pose, taken away. Cryo, though, does get the orb at dish side, so he's one away from Showstopper. They're looking to play the drop side here. Spike on its way over as well. Don Cutie, though, playing the angle behind the box, gets his when he's asked of it. And so that should really do it. Oh, so a full buy versus full buy. The only sniper on the field will be Cryo. And he catches Nismo. But here come the smokes and the cross from XSET on the side. Showstopper leading the way. Def gets the kill onto a Proto, and the spike will make its way in.
Yep.
And this is going to be a tough retake for Ghost.
You can't even consider the Rolling Thunder unless you find an opening pick here.
Yeah.
And Cryo's watching the angle. This is the first shot opportunity for Wallahnoob. Okay, hold on a second. Maybe there is an opportunity to work your way in. Of course, this is largely going to be red, as all 3 members are stacked, and almost all 3 of them were seen by Cryo before falling. BCJ gets a second. So an opportunity maybe for XSET to just play the top side of the site and force Ghost to have to work through multiple layers, and yeah, that's indeed the case. Wallahnoob last one left. A bit stuck in Zekken in the slowing field.
Take a site.
Yeah.
And this time the aggression from Nismo works.
Will work.
Yeah. Seemed like he was going for something similar last round. Got caught this time perfect.
I mean, again, it's just, regardless of the outcome of this series.
And there's not going to be a whole lot that they can do about it. Zekin just trying to at least get orbs going.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah. Good paint shells, but it's not going to matter.
But it's always come down to this in the mid moment. Spawn getting aggressive, and he finds his man. Burns that res immediately.
The shot just a bit wide. That would have been an impressive flick nonetheless. Retakes the aim back towards A Halls, but by himself can only do so much. And this Rolling Thunder actually does connect on the two next defenders for Ghost.
Yep.
So the Slorbs will kind of reinforce as the hit comes through. Sky Smoke's behind that also to give a bit of a cover to this. And XSET, they're in a great position to set up their post plant.
Zekin played that timing so well. He knew there was a brief moment where Quality was still resetting after taking the shot at Cryo that he can maybe slip in there and find the entry, and he did, and that's why they have this 5-on-4 post plant now. They reinforce some of these initial choke points as well to buy a little bit of time, but now Ghost start getting in the position. They still have their ults to use for this retake here on 3 of their players. Cryo holding this angle though, and they're playing A-Halls.
Rolling Thunder first orbital strike coming through second, but XSET still take the wins. How is this allowed to happen? Rolling Thunder to clear halls, or hope you flush players out and you catch them on the back Rolling Thunder with the orbital strike to cover the exit. They choose the latter, and it does not work out for him. Opening exchange coming out. John playing a forward angle, and Zekin is aware of it. That is an unbelievable gut check call from Zekin. Trademark will still connect, but we've got a 4v3 XSET with the numbers.
Yeah, Zekin has been on point with these entries these last couple of rounds, and he yet again finds XSET a man advantage here as they are looking to still keep that pressure on A side. Brock is inside sight. He's been spotted, but he wins the duel. Zekin, though, pulls out the showstopper for the immediate trade. Orbital strike on the defensive spawn also comes into play, setting Aaron up for a frag, and now it's all on the Koala Noob.
Spike planted.
Is going to have the opportunity maybe to isolate these two members from XSET. He knows where Def is positioned, but he does get hit by the fault line, and I think Def has seen him.
Yep.
Tries to throw a shoulder to bait out some shots. Yep, here it comes, Aaron. Not going to be needed, though. Def dreams.
Ooh, this is going to be interesting.
Orb. Okay, here we go.
Oh, there's no way they
fault
expect
line
this.
to help. Showstopper called. No, it doesn't get off. Oh, no. Nismo would have had 2 for sure if he could have pulled the trigger, but his head snaps off before the finger can touch, and XSET... I don't know if they realize how close they were to having that entire round foiled by one player.
Still a beautiful counterplay on their own barrier to get over and face them with 3 people at the same time with the fault line for support. Now Cryo watches for Koala Noob's flanking maneuver and punishes it. And that's going to prompt them to come into B as he was holding a deep position there. Molotov comes in to provide extra security as a spike comes in. They have 2 trademarks watching, or excuse me, they have 1 trademark watching the bottom side. And so they can kind of watch out for this. Yeah, there is the res, but that's really about it.
Yeah.
I mean, they got nothing. Yeah, they got 3 Spectres and basic utility. No ults.
Well, here we go. Do or die time here for Ghost. Fault line's going to connect onto Zekin. There will be a little bit of assistance from BCJ from B Tower. And they're not even going to get through.
Nope.
Unbelievable. I mean, it's a good showing from Ghost, but...
I think that makes them confident in this Haven pick, because we do see them getting into Garage here pretty well, looking to split this side. John Cutie trying to battle it a little bit, but Zekin still forces through.
Oh, and the counter fault line actually does hit the majority of the members that are making the play over towards the Garage. Pinstripe goes to kill feed, but the trades favor XSET when all is said and done. Last 2 defenders, Brock, Nismo on the outside looking in. No fault line as mentioned. That's the last flashpoint to go down, but Nismo just walks on in from the corner, gets a double. Now it's just Zekin. Knows where the last 2 players are. Gets a shoulder of Nismo and fit.
By Ghost. That's something that XSET are going to have to keep tabs on as Def tried to challenge it there, and John Cutie made him pay, and now this gets troublesome.
And he gets damaged before falling. That's a lot of value coming out from the sole defender of the B site. Pardon me, the A site. Coming through B is the rest of the Ghost defense, is where I was going with that, and BCJ has already locked down any further play through, and that may just be it. Brock, Proto, last 2 left. No utility for either of them to use in this 2v4 retake. Of course, just with pistols. And, well, there's the peek from Proto. Brock will get an opportunity, but cannot make use of it. And XSET once again, giving some cause to make sure that Ghost does not get too far forward, who continue to, honestly, they keep throwing a lot of early utility here just to make XSET question, is there actually play forward? Koala reveals his position and nearly got caught out, but instead gets the opening elimination, and then decides he wants to go forward, and the Cloudburst will be there as a tactic to get back and to secure a 5v4.
You know, they've also burnt that dash out of Koala Noob there by putting that pressure on Sewers. Zekin, meanwhile, looking to take point over towards B. There is a trademark in the corner that will give this up if he decides to commit any further. But still taking a lot of map control early here is XSET, clearing out Sewers now as well. There's BCJ. So they're keeping the pressure on Ghost on multiple fronts, so they are a man down with Cryo Cells being taken off the board.
Oh, Proto catches this.
Yep.
Looks like this will be a commitment, though, so it's not just Proto trying to delay with the paranoia. John, oh gosh, he's just waiting as the bird literally sits on his shoulder. Still goes 1 for 1, which is largely not bad at all. Proto is still on site, and he's completely taken down the spike carrier, but a delayed aftershock will get the secured trade. So now Ghost, defensively, relying on Koala from the long flank from C, may have done enough just off of the trust that John wasn't going to get flashed.
And that's always the thing you can do with those guiding lights is fake people out. You know, you can send it forward and make them second guess when you're actually going to pop it off, as BCJ needs them more than ever now to stop this as they're trying to push him in. He lines them up, but here in Sewers, Quad Noob looking to play up close with Nismo as help. There comes the pop flash. Yeah, but it's a nice trade from Aaron.
And you got to keep in mind that as XSET are going to commit through that 1-for-1 exchange with Seekers now threatening the A site, this playthrough C long could avoid the trademarks, but it will not avoid the Seeker. That's the problem about this. So XSET will walk on and get the plant off, and Ghost will have to restructure for the retake 4v4.
Yeah, XSET have good positions as well, and again, they know that their flank is covered. They can just focus on Heaven and low side. Good smoke goes up. That's a one-way there as they settle in underneath Heaven. Fault line comes through to try to help break Ghost in, but counter aftershock slows him down.
Holy Heaven push. 3 Ghost members from the top side. There's the opening flash. Cryo looking to spam things out. Will not find anything as Ghost have gotten their way onto the low ground, but it's the counterplay through. But Proto has stayed alive. Good prediction on the corner. It's a shotgun in hand, and a little bait and switch. It was punishing, but it still works out. Koala rotating over defensively has found one, and John also lands it true for the opener. Cryo fighting back, keeps it to a 2v2, and the weapons largely still stay in possession of XSET.
Wow, that was a hero play from Cryo Cells. Things were getting real tough right there, but his 2 kills allowed him to get the ult and get the spike out, and now he catches Koala Noob out in the open by Garage. That's setting up the 2-on-1 post plant at the A side, and they aren't even staying completely on the site. They're going to pair up here at A lobby and make sure that Nismo has no chance to get any type of 1v1 out of this. He only has the knife, which he can use for intel under Heaven, but he still has a lot to clear after that.
Yeah, Sewers are long. That's the only options here. And Nismo's going to check the former. You'll very quickly realize no one's going to give him a peek, largely because they're not there. Our cover allows him an opportunity to try to stick, and he will, almost get it to half. He's trying to bait Ghost to rotate, and he's done it successfully for the most part. I only say for the most part, though, because one of the most stout Ghost defenders in Proto is still making sure nothing's coming through C. And now that the spike is down, there goes the counter paranoia just to give himself a little bit more space. It actually does force the rendezvous back, and Proto has single-handedly maybe just won this round.
Yeah, he may very well have. XSET did a pretty good job, you know, keeping people interested on that A side of the map. Not only was it Zekin putting the pressure on with this ult, but it was also the good smoke placements that you'd expect to see on an execute, but Proto just wins so many big fights.
Oh, but they're not going to get the spike planted. They're rolling
the read, in my opinion,
60-second mark. Yeah, I think so too. There's the flash through. Proto will negate most of it. Paranoia comes out, but the fault line will concuss him as more guiding lights start to litter the site. But Zekin actually puts himself into a pretty strange corner, kind of cloud bursting himself away from the other defenders, and it will turn into a trade that favors XSET to get on site and get a plant.
Yeah, different kind of way to trebuchet your jet into the site. Usually see them get on top of the site boxes themselves. That's something that Austin used to make very famous with the 100 Thieves last stage, and several other players kind of followed that trend, but he goes platforming. It's a big entry, and now XSET are collapsing on this retake. Only 2 left on the side, and XSET still have man advantage here.
There will be a revive, you would assume, here for Quality. He's trying to bait out a peek, but the problem about this is Brock was already inside and has to come back just to secure Nismo's third body. So now 3v3, time a huge problem for the defuse. Def, of course, is holding for the fault line. That will naturally connect. ECJ looking to challenge, gets the lineup, no problems there. And Koala Noob is just trying to get out of here to save the operator and will take Aaron with them on the way. BCGA may challenge, but the updraft will create enough space to get around
To Sky.
That's fair. Well, John has gotten through the Lincoln. Ooh, Second did not expect this. Aftershock will be spent as XSET double chow. And once more, Ghost heavy stacking up towards Heaven. They were successful in getting the opening kills, unsuccessful in converting it into a full retake, and this time Aaron playing a little bit closer will continue to punish. Second, just absolutely fiddling with his prey, looking for a bit of timing, and it will work out, than you may seem. The slow field is going to take this thing from a walk to a crawl, and Aaron is still here. Fault line to help him. Paranoia to create a bit of separation. Flash is in for Ghost trying to commit, but the kills just are not coming through. Lurk, keep Aaron in your mind over towards the right. Rolling Thunder now for XSET to try to delay the retake as long as humanly possible. Maybe actually create some space for Aaron to make their way over. The trade's starting to come through. Cryo through Garage. Good for one. Trades in the mix. Brock tries to stick. Spam from Cryo, not going to connect with anybody, and Brock will punish. Numbers were good. Going to get Fault Line with this double stack behind bricks. Koala obviously has the escape mechanism needed, but oh, this is not good whatsoever. Second's able to take down one. Nismo, very fortunate to be alive right now. And Koala stalls an angle. What a flick that is onto Second. Looking low, shooting high. Now you've got an opportunity for Ghost to maybe salvage this first half as they're in a 4v3.
I'm actually a little surprised Zek and Peak when the Trailblazer didn't get shot. You know, you have to suspect that someone might still be holding your angle. But may not matter. BCJ gets a big kill onto a Proto. Crowd's already in C, catching John Cootie way off guard. Pops the ult, now can guard the back hallways as the spike makes its way up. Seekers is going to spot that there's still one player on B side. That's Koala News Operator. Now they're a man behind on this retake, despite all the success they had earlier today.
And there's something to be said about XSET defaulting to playing closer towards their offensive spawn, not fully committing in the early game. Allows them an opportunity to kind of sneak some members to this site. So Cryo trusted to hold the backside of the defensive spawn, and Ghost are going to concede. Money being low, and they say, we want this operator for round 12.
Yeah, hard to say if that was by design or just a really good audible. Either way, it's impressive.
I think the latter, if I'm...
And that makes it even more impressive, in my opinion, that you're able to react off of a poor situation and just bounce back. Obviously, big entry on Garage there from BCJ. That really turned the tides, and Crowd is sneaking in to see. He's been playing that side of the map on pretty much every default. This is one of the few times he's actually decided to try to sneak in there, and I think that's what's in place at both B and C sides. So again, XSET still has some work to do. It's going to be that retake C setup, but look at that counter rolling Thunder.
30 seconds left.
And Aaron getting not just the first, but a second through mid makes life very difficult for these Ghost defenders. You have to hold your ground, but Proto and Brock will both fall, and Nismo, who's lurking, he will kind of reveal his position, already spending the null command. XSET more than enough time to plant. 1v3 for Nismo.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah.
That was huge because I thought Ghost did a pretty good job stalling out that late C attack due to Quality Noob's information, but it didn't matter when Aaron gets such a big play in the B side.
Oh, but Nismo gets the opener. Knows there's a member inside. Garage finds it. Now a 1v1. Fragment will come through. Flash on the opposite side. Peeks through it. And Nismo! A 1v3 to... Oh, the flashes are good, but Koala stays alive a little bit longer than maybe expected, just based on his positioning. 2v2, or probably a 3v3 we go, as the first two will fall, and Aaron will turn the tides. And honestly, Ghost is already on the way out of the site at that moment in time. That's a little disjointed from Ghost.
What a great snap reaction from XSET on that C side. Not only Aaron just staying alive, which was fantastic in itself, but just beautiful utility there from Def on the breach to get them back into position. Yeah, like you said, it's going to push Ghost off with this spike. They're going to roll it back. You're still plenty of time, but they're a man down, and it's like, are you actually going to be able to find the gap you need to even get the spike down, much less win the round?
Well, we'll see. Defense has already moved to get here, and Aaron's actually going to walk through Link, and yeah. Brock not even going to hold. Going to get concussed, going to get flashed. Aaron puts a pistol in his earlobe. And now John is in a 1v3, although he may have a bit of timing here. You could see us on the minimap that Def is looking for this late play.
Oh, yeah. They know.
And, yeah.
They know.
Have to be ahead of a shot. Okay. He's heard footsteps above him. So the only real question here is where has Aaron gone off to? He's got to pick this up and stick for a plant. Trying to bait the peaks.
remaining.
It's the first. Not enough time to plant, though, and BCJ will not give him the luxury of trying to get another 1v3 off the ground. And everything is going to go right to Def's direction. Good timing on this dark cover. And Def just spamming through it, gets 2?
Okay.
Oh.
That's a cool shot, though. Cool shot, but is it going to be enough? They're still down a man here. They still have not gotten Spike down. XSET have them pretty much covered on all angles here on this B side.
Oh, good fault line coming through. Yeah, no scope will work for Cryo. And everyone knows where John is. Unbelievable. I mean,
had the backup to really defend this initially, but now they can maybe look to work a quick disrupting retake. But a Proto and company cutting off this garage portion, but only for a moment. That's a big kill from BCJ.
And a little bit indeterminate right now is Ghost on where they want to set this post plant up. I mean, look at all the stuns and flashes coming through as XSET look to challenge quickly. Fragment trying to break up the play through C Garage, but BCJ will still collect all 3 eliminations for XSET's defense. And with that, Def also has a weapon to play with. 2v2 we go. Def still holding the long angle. Koala feeling frisky enough to challenge, but as he has to go to the reload, John follows up. And with the kill from Def, the Rolling Thunder will take it past the finish.
I mean, he's really flexed for this team to help make room for other players.
Oh. Okay, well, this is a different look coming out from Ghost. Still staying aggressive as they are. Cryo looking for timing to get a peek over towards A Long. Not going to be gifted one. It's going to be down to BCJ and Def to hold. And somehow they've actually found Koala pretty darn cleanly. Trade starting to cover through, but BCJ still in the back corner. Somehow collects 2. Nope. Now Aaron, using the Shrouded Step to get in, has a 1v1 with Brock, but not able to take it, so it comes to Zekin, quickly moving, trying to catch Brock. Maybe too much here, and the spike plant will be given. Does XSET want to go quick? That's the real question.
Yep.
And it kind of looks like, yeah, indeed they do. Zekin just dashes on in. Frenzy from BCJ will follow up as the Null command is trying to delay this a little bit longer, and I think largely that's going to be enough for Ghost.
Yeah, should be. There's not much firepower left here for XSET to use. They still have BCJ up towards Heaven side. The rest looking to come low. They clear out Aftershock on under Heaven. Great paranoia comes in. They're starting to get a little bit of space here, but superior firepower reigning supreme from Ghost. Getting everything. Just Aaron left. And he will just backpedal with this Phantom. And so good execution and follow-up from Ghost to secure a round. Again, they're still far off from challenging XSET, but they're starting to piece it together.
I mean, I guess the Cloudburst, and nearly that's enough to sacrifice a life. But Koala does stay alive, 3 HP to his name. Nismo, the first defender of this post plant forward, and he just gets blinded beyond recognition. BCJ, oh yeah. All right, Dust, you called it. Very drilled, very rehearsed, very clean. But Proto with 3 makes it maybe more difficult than initially anticipated.
Onto site. Nismo tries to play up close with a little bit of a pop flash to slow this thing down, but here comes that Rolling Thunder.
Oh, and quickly dashing in is Zekin. Blades in hand, looking to stay into the cloud burst, and doesn't actually fall here. Oh, there's the job done. Brock and Proto doing the work, and Ghost will hold this time, even for cover falls in front of his face.
He needs a banger off the rip, that's for sure. He's already getting spammed. Misses, but gets out of there at least.
Yeah, BCJ at the shotgun. Oh, Flash will cover, but Cryo still defensively trying to hold. It's a Marshall up top for Zekin. And now Aaron is looking to make a play through the back of mid, but Trademark will be the first alert system to that play, and now XSET have to decide, how do we do this? Oh, God, not that way.
Yeah, not a whole lot they can do. They just don't have the firepower. Obviously, that little flank gets caught, so we have to wait for Aaron to get over here towards A-Link, and they're going to get this one little push. I mean, obviously, might as well. You don't have a whole lot to save over or anything like that. But it's crushed.
Yep. Aaron NT tries
to cut off the slow side rotation. Aggression from Koala Noob gets silenced pretty quickly there by BCJ, so we're at even as this final push comes in.
That's a lot of the post-plant utility spent from Ghost, so now it's on to XSET. How do you retake through this? A delayed knife will keep XSET at bay a little while longer. 4v4, BCJ picks up the op, looking to take down that long angle through A. From the shadows, checking out sewers defensively. There's the fault line, plus also the flash, but Nismo has taken one step further forward than XSET expected, and it's going to work out beautifully. All of a sudden, we're looking down 9-12. To the map, Koala move will move in. Fault line through, and the judge is shut down, but Zekin with the Sheriff delays a little while longer, but only good for an initial kill. Aaron picked up. Rolling Thunder immediately. They're trying to bait it out, and it's actually not going to get called in. It's just utility for XSET to stop the play at B. Oh, but that's a huge pick for Ghost.
Yeah, no sooner did I say that was a nice job from XSET with a big kill from John Cooney up long, so that opens up that C side and gives them man advantage to get the spike in. Now XSET still have their ults available for this retake, and they waste no time sending one of them forward. Rolling Thunder to disrupt.
Oh, but the smokes and the paranoia are going to keep Ghost safe, even be able to time the first 2 kills, and then the third comes out. What is this from Ghost? But XSET are not giving up the site. They're trying to hold this close. Cloudburst to keep Qualnoob alive. And Def and BCJ will get the first 2. One more around the corner. The paranoia connects, but it doesn't make a difference. It's the SMGs that might just get the job done. How has this happened? After just domination from Ghost, they get bested by Spectres?
Yep, it's just a turn of face from XSET to play on site, to get the most they could out of those close range weapons by just choosing to defend. Ghosts haven't thrown that many fakes. You know, they've been pretty keen on just going. And so XSET willing to kind of bite the bullet, stack up once they felt that pressure and just hold their ground, and it's played out perfectly for them. Now it's all on Brock, and I mean, he's got nothing going for him here. How do you get past this?
I don't know.
You don't.
You just pray.
Yeah. Whatever
deity get a Rolling Thunder, that's about the only way. Not going to happen. And there's a joke to be made about Ghost losing the Spectres.